So today we are talking about the secrets of Zillow you didn't know. Part 1, I have so much tea, hang with me. Okay, first, I have a pop quiz. I know we're getting to the end of the school year, but hang with me. Who pays for Zillow? Like, have you ever thought about that before? Who pays for Zillow? Do you pay for the Zillow? Do I pay for the Zillow? We think agents pay for the Zillow. That's what everyone thinks. And how do I know this? Because clients will call me and they'll say, Tammy, there's this old information online in Zillow about my house. Could you change it? And I'm like, I wish I could, but actually agents don't control it. We don't have access. Zillow does their own Zillowing thing, and they get their information from a lot of different places. Now, they do steal from agents. They do get a lot of our information from our system, but sometimes they just put bogus stuff out there. We don't know where it comes from. Now, why is it important to know who pays for Zillow? What you don't know is you pay for Zillow, which is wild because you're like, I don't pay Zillow anything. So you know when you're looking at a listing, you're scrolling 10 o'clock at night, you weren't thinking of buying or selling a home, but all of a sudden, a home that you never thought existed exists, and it looks like it's in your price point. So you're like, I need to get some information. I said 10 o'clock at night. You're probably not doing this at 10 o'clock at night. Maybe it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You want the answers to your question about the home. You don't want to call a buyer agent. You're not that serious yet, but you love the home. So you see that blue button that says contact agent. It's so big, you can't help but hit that button, and the phone rings and an agent is like, hello. Now, we live in a fast-paced world. We want answers now. And so the whole reason you're calling them is you think you're talking to the seller's agent. And if that's confusing, the seller's agent is like the person the seller calls to list their home and they put the sign in the yard. You think you're talking to that guy or that girl. And so you're like, please tell me all about this house. There's like a rain delay on the other end of the phone. And really it's because you didn't call the seller's agent. You just called some random agent. I'll talk about the random agent later. And so they're feverishly on their computer driving down the road, looking up this property, trying to get information on it. Who cares about that? By the way, life hack. If you want to talk to a listing agent, you keep scrolling down, and then in smaller font, it says listed by. Just call them. That's the seller's agent. But let's go back to this big blue button you hit. So I mentioned this random agent that answers the phone. This is how Zillow makes their money. So there's a lot of ways actually. This is just the simplest way to explain, or I'd be doing like part 45 today if I explained all of these. Zillow calls agents like me, like all other agents, and they say, hey, listen, you need a business. If you will pay us a lot of money per month, and I'll break this down for you, we will promise you that you're going to get 5 calls, 10 calls, however many calls from serious buyers or sellers in this area. Now I say in this area because typically it's something crazy like, let's say 29615, it's an expensive zip code. Homes are more expensive there. It might be like $15,000 a month to get 5 or 10 calls in that zip code versus another zip code where the property values are a little bit lower, homes don't sell as quickly. It might be, I don't know, $1,200 a month to get 10 leads, okay? So what are leads? You click that blue button, you get connected to an agent. Now, I go to life hack over here. If you want the real information from the seller's agent, just scroll down and call them. But now you're in their system. So if the agent is really good, they're gonna convince you to buy a house. So maybe not this home, but a house eventually. So it's like this crazy addiction habit cycle. The agent gets excited, they get a phone call, they convert you, you eventually buy a house even if you don't buy that house. And so they keep paying Zillow every single month. That is how Zillow is making their money. When you think things are free for you, grandma taught you nothing is for free. You are now in this ecosystem. Now maybe you're like, Tammy, who cares? I got a house, I clicked the blue button, it really doesn't matter. You're right, that does not matter. But let me tell you what really does matter. I'm not gonna tell you right now. Stay tuned for part 2.